Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, man, let's talk about Terrence Bud Crawford. You know, people saying that and really believing that he moving to 135. What Shawn Porter said about him. Also, they saying Eddie Hearn saying Billy Joe Saunders, Andrade maybe next. Now, Billy Joe saying he want Andrade next. And let's talk about Pulev versus Joshua first. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate the love and support. You know, to me, it just proves that the mandatory system is just messed up. Pulev being the mandatory, who did he beat? Last guy he went out there and fought, you know, Jarrell Miller, you know, had an easier time with him than he did. You know, my whole thing is, you know, they just order, you know, mandatories nobody want to see. You know, in the heavyweight division, the mandatory I want to see was Dillian White take on Deontay Wilder. Obviously, it didn't materialize. And you just think that the sanctioning belt bodies need reform. If they do what they're supposed to do, you know, then boxing is back on track. Forget a promoter, forget a manager, forget an advisor. But then again, to me, this should be an easy fight. Only way I think this shit really go past 5 is just that AJ hasn't fought since, last December, and that he a little bit rusty. Pulev is a D+ fighter at best, and that's just my opinion on it. You know, he old. You know, I don't understand why Jarrell Miller didn't want to fight him, and it wasn't Istanbul, wherever it's supposed to be at. But then again, you know, he don't want to take no drug test. But I just see that being an easy fight for Joshua. You know, knocking off some ring rust. Pulev said he want to go to the body, be my guest. You know, he don't really have much left. The legs don't look that good. Don't like his punching power there. Really, AJ should use his angles. You know, so hopefully he continue to be lean and like he lean and don't put on the excess muscle. And really just, you know, touch him on the chin and get him out of there. AJ is younger, stronger, more athletic, faster. He got legs. He got power. Now he got some fluidity. And now he kind of starting to see, you know, he can sit out there and outbox for 2 rounds. But then again, what type of message does that send if you outbox 40-some-year-old, however old Pulev is? What message does that send? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if he has some trouble with Pulev, then obviously the money going to be on Tyson Fury to get the job done. If he don't have no issues with him and it's not competitive, then, you know, him and Tyson Fury still should be pretty much close fight on the odds. But then again, you know, he didn't look so good versus Carlos Takam. I just think that was kind of some trauma still, you know, blunt trauma from Vladimir Klitschko. And then he just putting on too much muscle, you know. He just constantly lifting and putting on muscle. In boxing, it ain't about muscle. You know, if you would have looked at Joe Kozagi and Jeff Lacy before they fought, most people would have said Jeff Lacy was going to put a smackdown on him. And that's what I thought. But at the same time, Joe Kozagi had more fluidity in his punches. He had more, you know, bend in him. And Jeff Lacy just got whooped on. Straight up and down. And Joshua just needed to cut the weight. And now, you know, even with having all that extra muscle, it wasn't going to make his chin better. And the heavyweight division is one of the divisions where you got to respect everybody's power. Even Kubrat Pulev power, you got to respect it. But at the same time, if he struggle with him, you know, if he go out there and outbox him for 2 rounds, I think people going to have something bad to say about him. You know, if you go out there and bang him out of frame within 8 rounds, he'll do what he's supposed to do. And I just say 7 to 8 just because of the ring rust. To be honest, this fight should be over in the first quarter of the fight, the first 4 rounds, to be honest. And he should get him out of there. But then again, with the ring rust, let's say you want to get some rounds in, I can see it ending around 7 or 8. But to be honest, seeing Pulev fight, last time I seen him fight, he's fighting Big Baby Miller leftover. Miller fought the guy in Kansas, and I'm at the casino, and it just was a truly pedestrian fight. So I am expecting Anthony Joshua to continue to be leaner muscle, continue to be faster, continue to have his legs. What he showed me versus Andy Ruiz, which everybody was so turned off, he showed me that he still can move and box. And kind of what you've seen from Earl Spence Saturday night. He had really good fluidity in his legs look good. And you look at pitchers, quarterbacks, you know, basketball, when they legs good, usually they at their best physically. And Anthony Joshua's legs were really good, really athletic. He cut the weight, he cut the muscle, he dropped the weights, and he did what he had to do versus Andy Ruiz. Whatever anybody say, oh, he he did what he did to win. If he go out there in exchange for injuries and get knocked out, do he still have his 3 belts? No, you do what you do to win. Don't let nobody talk you out of what you doing to win. If y'all playing Street Fighter and you doing the same move and that's how you win, tell him to stop it. So I think Joshua will win. I really want to say 4, but I say 8, 7 to 8 rounds. I say 7. He get Pulev. Pulev is absolutely nothing left for him. To be honest, his last great hurrah was the Jenny Sushi thing. But let's move on. All right, where are we going? I mean, we could talk about Terrence Crawford. Now, apparently, Terrence Crawford put out a tweet saying that he's gonna drop down to 35 again, and people believed it and said, "Oh, Bud dropping down to 35, and he don't want the Errol Spence smoke. This, that, he ducking Shawn Porter and all that." And then Shawn Porter was on the Zone show. What were them people on the Zone? Say, hey, to make sense. Wasn't people on the Zone? I forget the Akbar and Karapa, whatever their name is, and he basically said that they freezing Terrence Crawford out, and that with Terrence Crawford got to come over there and all the fun over there. Remember he said all the fun over there. Shawn Porter just doing this for publicity. That's it. The same fans that was with me when Shawn Porter was ducking Errol Spence and we was calling him Booster Porter. They hated Shawn Porter. Now all of a sudden Shawn Porter get Errol Spence a run for his money when people say he was gonna knock out Errol Spence was gonna knock out the in-straight Street Fighter. All of a sudden now everybody backing them. At the same time, if people, that just let you know people don't have confidence that Errol can beat Bud. You know what I'm saying? And, people say, oh, he need to fight a real welterweight. Was Danny Garcia a real welterweight? Who did he beat in the division? Who did Shawn Porter beat? He beat Danny Garcia. He lost to everybody else. He lost to Kell Brook. We can keep going on and on in the people that he lost. So we can keep talking. So, to be honest, the only acceptable fight for Errol Spence is Pacquiao or Keith Thurman at this point. But then again, Shawn Porter just eating up having a fan base. Cleveland and Akron ain't behind him. And that's okay. He lost to everybody in the division. All of a sudden, he got offered Terrence Crawford when he beat Danny Garcia. Him and Kenny said, no, that's cool. You want to rematch? He said, I don't want to fight Bud next. I want to rematch Errol Spence. Okay, then. He just cloud chasing off the Bud. And to be honest, that's cool. All I'm saying, I want to see the best fights. And at this point in boxing, man, I'm seriously considering not even talking about the bullshit no more. I'll share a few rumors that I got. But honestly, all the prospect videos, I'm not doing that no more. I may not even do the live streams like that no more when I can. Like I said, if they don't fight sometime next year, I'm out. But then again, Shawn Porter just playing the field. He just said that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, they found a little thing on Fox because they did one on ESPN. What'd he say? He said, all the fun over here. Crawford got to come on this side. So you sitting in the same room with Bob Arum. Why didn't ask Bob Arum for the fight? Kell Brooks seen Terrence Crawford and Bob Arum. He asked him for the fight. He got the fight. You got Keith Thurman said, well, I ain't fought for $2 million. And so I'm like, cool. You didn't want to fight Errol Spence? And I think that's the one guy that people can't get behind. The way he ducked Errol Spence was just comical. But then people believe in Terrence going down to 35. You was an idiot. If anybody believe that, and you watch their channel, better yet, if they reported that, unsubscribe for them. No, he going back to down to 35. Are you stupid? Oh, he ducking Errol. But nobody want to talk about Earl on the PBC podcast when he said he wanted to fight Ennis, he wanted to fight Ugas, he wanted to fight Pacquiao, he wanted to fight Shawn Porter. Nobody talked about that. And then somebody gonna send me Fred video, and I didn't even listen to it. And Fred, he better be happy that I ain't gonna unleash this information on him. You know what I'm saying? He better be happy that I ain't gonna put this intel I got, but that ain't what I do. Like I said, we going to 2021. We ain't doing no more boxing beefs. But somebody told me something that would destroy his channel. But then again, Fred been exposed so many times. Y'all like them DJ Vlad and them Uncle Toms like Fred. Y'all like them. Be honest. Y'all talking about the black camaraderie or us, coming together as black people. But then again, y'all like the most corniest cornball dudes. That's a fact. Y'all like the most corniest dudes. That's my whole thing. But like I said, I don't have no ill will towards Fred. I could put the information out there. But no, that ain't what I'm about. We kind of moving forward more towards. I'm gonna go to the UFC fan base towards. They spend money. They got money. They buy pay-per-views. You know, I'm like sometime next year, I'm gonna really have an MMA podcast or more MMA content. I'm gonna go more that route because boxing just disrespect the fans, and the fans now they love the disrespect. That's like somebody peeing in your face. You're like, ooh, I love golden showers, like Granddad from the Boondocks. But let's move on. Okay, I'm not spending long time talking about it. Then we got a situation where Demetrius Andrade and Billy Joe Saunders might fight again. I don't know if it's going to be at 60 or 68. I believe I read this somewhere. I believe the WBO said that Billy Joe got to defend one of his titles at 60 or 68. So, or, you know, he got to fight, 60, 68 or some shit like that. Him and Demetrius Andrade, it's not going to be a fan-friendly fight. It's a top fight. Excuse me, I'm going to ride with Demetrius Andrade. He's a phenomenal fighter. And like Nate Campbell said, he told us on Line Killer Podcast, check his channel out, that we know Demetrius can box, but can he fight? And people got to understand, more guys today can fight than can box. It's a difference. Boxing is, being able to keep the range you want to be at. If you like being in the lion's mouth in the pocket, cool. Controlling, being on the outside, or being on the inside. Being able to hit, knock, and miss. Fighting is just straight up, Sugar Ray Leonard could do both. Sugar Ray Leonard, was getting beat up by Tommy Hearns, and that's who they said injured his eye. Sugar Ray Leonard to turn on the Jets and he'll fight you. It just, straight out just, I'll fight you, I'll brawl you. And that's what it is. Demetrius Andrade ain't never had to fight. Even when he got dropped by Vanez, it was kind of their feet tangled up, but Vanez got him. He didn't show he had to fight, just got up and boxed. At some point, you're going to have to fight. We see he kind of got the power when he generate power, but then again, it'll be a good fight. Billy Joe Saunders is Andrade is towering over him. Andrade's the better athlete. Andrade got better arm length. But then again, Billy Joe been in more high-level fights, so we'll see. We know more about Billy Joe Chin than we know about Demetrius Andrade, but it's definitely a fight that I'm down to see. But I know it's going to be a sloppy fight. I know it's going to look like the Willie Monroe fight, when he fought Billy Joe Saunders. Minus didn't get kicked in the nuts. We know it's going to look like that, but, to be honest, I'm going to ride with Demetrius Andrade. I think Billy Joe Saunders is a solid fighter. At least when he was on that shit when he fought David Lemieux. But we'll see. I think it's a good fight. I think Billy Joe Saunders got more experience, but we'll see what Demetrius Andrade bring to the table. But appreciate the love, support. I got a couple more boxing videos coming. One short one. I heard was chopping what's going on with one of the Charlo brothers. I'm going to report a short video. I might put it up before this one, but hey, don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. All my social media links in the description. Fast way to reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. Also got a Facebook group. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, or chop it up, you can find me at all the social media links in the description. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. We go.
Belief about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my video?
No, I ain't looking
right?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.